G'day everyone, welcome to Xrissart. My name is Chrissy. Thank you for joining me today. And wanted to say hello to our friends that are already coming into the stream. Hi Chandri, hi Cherry, hi Janice, thank you for moderating today. Hi Marcy, Nuria, oh wonderful. Hello there, hope all is well. Okay, all right. Okay, now just for people that may not know, this is a project that has been inspired by our Share Your Art with Xrissart Facebook group, and one of the inspirations that come out every month. And of course I don't do these because I can't get to them. I want to do them. I've got them all listed, all the things that I want to do. And I go, well, look, just bugger it. I need to do at least one every so often. So, and of course, you know, you don't have to do exactly what it is. You can, you know, it's more of an inspiration. You know, you may not even do it, but it'll inspire you to do something else. But anyway, so I decided that I was going to do one. And this is one of the images. And I've decided not to do the whole image. I've just got the head and the headdress and her neck and just part of her shoulder and stuff like that. So, you know, you don't have to do exact, as I said. I'm not doing... Anyway, so I better get stuck into it. All right, and I believe some people are already doing some of it. Okay. I've got my glassine and, of course, a minimal palette. The minimal palette, I mean, is pretty much just the burnt sienna group, the red iron oxide group, black and white, the raw umber tint, because I like to mix that when I'm making things lighter as well. And I've got my mixing palette. I've got some brushes, and you can't see, but I've got some pastel pencils, just should I need them while I'm doing this. But yeah. Also, in a little bit, I want to talk about this transfer paper, Xrissart. And I know we've had there was a bit of a conversation on Share Your Art with Xrissart that there's a couple that are having problems with it. So I really would like to find out more about why you're having problems with it. Because I know, Cherry, I know that you're having problems with it, and I think, who was it? Oh my gosh, she was in my head a second ago. I can't believe I Silke, oh my gosh, Silke as well. So that's interesting. So I hope everyone's week has been well. I can see that I've got to go darker still. So, you know, it's always that scary bit where you need to go darker, but you're not sure whether you should or whether you shouldn't. But I'm definitely going darker. So let me see what's been going on this week. Really, nothing much that I could brag about too much. Yeah, nothing really, apart from, well, you know that I've got my day job, so I think I might need a little bit more black here. It's always hard to, should I go darker? Should I not go darker? I think I should. Oh, g'day, horsewoman. Hello. Hello, Lisa. Hello, just wanted to know if you make corrections on her, if you're going to make corrections on her mouth. Look, probably, they're all base layers. These are all base layers. So she's got teeth. And I'm, you know, I don't know whether I want to give her teeth. The reference has got teeth, and she's got a fairly full mouth. But yeah, I'm not sure. It's the teeth that I'm thinking of that I want to change. Her mouth, probably, yeah, I would say it needs adjusting for sure. Yeah. Hi Angie, hello, welcome. Are all the group project pieces assigned? Yes. Did you want to do one? Okay, Nuria says, I just wanted to say hi to everyone, but I have to go to bed because tomorrow I have to get up early, so good night to everyone. Oh, I know it's so late for you, Nuria. Thank you so much for coming in to say hello, and hope you have a nice weekend. Thank you for popping in. I know it's late in Europe, isn't it? It's so hard to get everyone at the same time, isn't it? Oh, thank you, Lisa. That's very kind of you to say that. It's always that difficult time, not knowing how dark to go, and it is a bit scary sometimes, I will say that, but you know, like, what's the worst that can happen? This is what I say. What is the worst that can happen? I mean, I've started projects 2 and 3 times over. Definitely, there was one, I remember one time, when we say, you know, what's the worst for? You just start again, wouldn't you? So I remember a long time ago, there was this painting that I was doing, and this is when I was just starting out with PanPastels. Oh, yeah. And honest to goodness, hand on my heart, I must have done that painting 3 times. 3 times. And the reason why I did that is because, not because I was a bit particular, you know, even if I got close, I would have been okay, but I wasn't even getting close to how I wanted it to look, I mean. So I decided, and I thought to myself, well, no one will see the process of how you got to that part of, you know, how you completed the painting. They only see the end. They don't see what processes you did. So, and well, it just so happens then I put it into an exhibition, and seriously, it's only an A3 size, and I thought, this looks a bit odd, but I thought, oh, and then I remember it went, in the exhibition, it wasn't sort of, how can I say, all along the wall. It even started to creep up and up and up, and it was so high, and I'm thinking, oh, well, that's all right, no one will get to see that. And well, the judge did. So, and I managed to get an award for it, and I thought, oh, well, that's okay. I wasn't expecting that. But I'm not saying it for the award. I'm just saying that no one sees what you go through during it. And that's when I say here, what's the worst that can happen? Hey, tell me. Exactly. Let me see. Ooh. Michelle, hello. Oh, thank you so much. I don't think I've seen you in the chat, but thank you so much for popping in to say hello. Oh, g'day, Nan. Hello, my friend. How are ya? G'day, Abigail. Hello. Let me see. Oh, it's 6. It's 6 in the evening there in the US. Okay. Hi, John. Hello. Please, I don't want to have missed anyone. I did say her. Okay, her teeth Oh, okay, Lisa, her teeth look good to you? Oh, okay. Yeah, okay, cool. You know, teeth are always something, isn't it? It's not, for me, I think that's up there with the hands when it comes to, you know, painting. I would say, because sometimes, I don't know, well, in this drawing, we know that in our brains teeth are white-ish, right? But here it's almost the same color as her lips, and it's a more darker hue, you know. So, you know, it's always a thing. So it's yeah. Sorry, I'm just touching up on something here before I continue on with the rest of her, because I really want to get on with this. I've been busting to do this all week, but I thought, no, I'll save it for our stream. You have no idea. I've been looking at her for yeah, she's been looking at me. No, I've been looking at her because she's looking somewhere else. And of course I haven't done the eyes properly yet, and I'm going to do that. Maybe I'll do that off stream like I mentioned before, because I really need to concentrate, and it's a bit sometimes hard to concentrate in the chat, isn't it? What's it? It's 4 p.m. in Colorado. Oh wow. Oh, what's this? Sorry, I just want to see something. All right, I'm not sure. Okay, you don't know how I do both. Oh, you mean talk and paint at the same time? Well, I've had lots of practice, to be honest. You know, sometimes, like, if I'm talking, then I've lost concentration. I go, oops, shouldn't have done that. But I'm just seeing just something. I just need to adjust this. And of course, it's not the final thing on a face. I always do a... but I just need to adjust that. Let me see. Oh, Abigail is saying the tooth will be gold. Oh, okay, I missed that one. I'm not sure. The teeth are correct because of the shadow of the mouth. The skin is beautifully done. I learned how to use PanPastels from you. Oh, lovely. Oh, thanks. Yeah. Okay, now it says, Chrissy, I tuned in specifically to see those metal pastels. Speed it up, please. I know. Yeah, it's at the end. It's at the end. Yeah. Yes, well, look, I tell you what, I will put those metal pastels on display just so you can see them. What did I do with them? Oh, they're around. Hang on. And it's what, 12 minutes past 3 here in Las Vegas, Nevada. Oh, okay. Hang on a sec. Okay, these are the metallics we're all talking about. So I will put them out so we can see, because there they are. At least you'll get to see them. Probably won't use them just yet, but and I think I'm going to use that. So I'll let you see that also. Wow, wow, look at this. This is very, very similar. Look at that. Oh, you know what? I think there must be something. It's bling. I love bling. I think that's what it is. And of course there is, that's the gold. So I don't know. I think definitely something. Oh, Bridget, hello. Hi from Australia. I'm glad that you're joining in. That's nice of you. G'day, Sneaks. I did say hello, Sneaks, didn't I? Oh, yes, 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 I did. All right. Okay. So yes, I love bling. I can't help it. Okay, here we go. Well, I'm going dark because I'm going dark first, and I'm using my palette here. Now, just a few things that I wanted to point out, and it's only just for the new people that are joining, or perhaps maybe have questions. You can see that this is Pastelmat that I'm using. I'm using a technique which is not made for PanPastels, but it's something that I've discovered some years back, and I've been doing since. But I use everything. I will use every tool that I can to achieve what I want, whether it be the soft tools, which are specifically made for pans. I use the sponges. This is the one that I used for that. As you can see, the color, so I will use everything that I possibly can get my hands on. Having said that, this surface can take quite a lot of layers, but you can see that it's actually quite stubborn. So what it is, this particular technique on this paper, Pastelmat and UArt, works really well. And I like working in layers, so I just keep on building and building and building until I get to a point where that's enough. You know what I mean? Where it's enough. Sometimes I will keep on building and I have now got too much pastel on. So I've got my trusty kneadable eraser and I just pick up pastel. Now, by the way, I've got two here. You know why? Because I lose one just about every second stream. Just thought I'd I've got it so close to me in case it disappears. Oh, thank you so much, Janice. Yes, Janice has put the link in to share your art with Xrissart. Yeah, look, just that is a Facebook group that that our friends here have requested a long time ago, and we put it together so we can share our art, and that's what it's all about. Share our art, share our tips and tricks, share videos, share your profile. I'm happy for you to do that, so long as you're all nice to each other. No politics. We will delete political things and stuff like that, but share your photography if you're a photographer. We share your crafts, arts and crafts. We've got a lot here that do that. Okay, Bridget, I said hello, Bridget, didn't I? Bridget, just starting with PanPastel. Well, Bridget, you've come to the right place. That's all I can say. Okay, what are we saying? Pastelmat changed their cover. Yes, and prices went up almost double. Yes, I know. But it's not only that. It's a whole heap. It's not just that. It's only because you were looking for Pastelmat. But I tell you what, I would say there's a lot of others that have done that as well. Yes, everything is becoming expensive, not just art supplies, but yeah, I do agree. Yes, they've got a new, actually 2 new colours. They've got a sanguine, which is more on the reddy side, and they've got beige, which is beige, like a creamy colour, almost like that colour. Yes. So they've introduced new colours. Okay, Ange, you've never tried UArt. Is it just like, well, it's sanded. Pastelmat is smooth to the touch. UArt is like sandpaper. And there are different grits. There is 800 grit, 600, I believe 500, 400, and there is a 280 as well. Only reason why I say that is because I work in an art shop and we sell that. I don't know whether they've discontinued any. But certainly the 800, the 600 and the 400, they're the main ones. To be honest, I think people using UArt mostly, I've found that the 600 is the most popular for most. If Pastelmat wasn't around, I would probably be using UArt 800 grit because I can get nicer details. Yep. Angela, thank you for the super chat. You are so sweet. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Oh, that. Oh. Sometimes you leave me speechless. Oh, I don't know why that happens to me, but I just do. I don't expect it. Okay. Nanette says, I get sticker shock every time I grocery shop. Oh, yeah. Yeah. You kind of, yeah, it's everything. Everything is expensive. Okay. Now, I know earlier, just moments ago, earlier in the stream, I said that I would talk about this, and I know that on Share Your Art with Xrissart, a couple have had problems with this. I don't know why. When you're transferring, see these lines? These lines are done using this transfer paper. Okay, now when we're doing, I know this is a dumb thing to ask. I know this is dumb, okay? But when you're transferring, there's a white side, but then there's a creamy side. So I want to make sure that you're transferring on the right side. And I don't have a scrap bit of paper on me right now. Or maybe. So to be honest, I use a ballpoint pen. Now I'm going to use this so you can see. I don't know if it's going to come out on the grey. Oh, I better be careful. Okay, it did. Now you can't see it, but there it is there. I better not do it on there. That's a stupid thing to do. Yeah. There it is there. So I'm not sure. And then this one is the white one, transfer, and then there is the graphite one. I mean, it's light on here because this is light, but you can imagine on something dark. So I don't know what's happening. I don't know how it's happening for those that are using it. I don't know. Please clarify with me. I can help you. Okay. Oh, thank you, Ange. You're so sweet. Awesome. Lisa says, awesome working in an art shop. Oh, yeah. Well, funny you should say that, Lisa. you know what? It's very difficult for me, and I'm practicing quite a bit of restraint, because if you knew what my shopping habits were like when it comes to art, it is just stupid. Just stupid. Why would I want a set of this? Or you know what I mean? Like, just silly. But you know, I work, and this is my hobby, so to speak. I always try to justify spending art supplies. I always say, well, if I was a smoker, I'd probably need about $150 a week or something, maybe more. Well, that's like a set every week, isn't it, of pencils? Anyway, so okay. Sneak says, we bought our grandson a tent on Amazon and went back a week later to check or something, and the price had doubled. Oh no, that's stupid. Isn't it stupid? Oh, how is that? Well, maybe it's just not art supplies. I'm sure it's not just art supplies. Okay, Bridget says, just got the Clairefontaine Pastelmat number 2, 12 sheets, $60.75, and that's Canadian. Well, I tell you what, it's more expensive in Australia. I think, no words. No words. But having said that, your experience will be so much better. I always, when people come into the shop, sometimes when I'm working, and you know, they might say, oh, you know, this is probably a little bit too expensive, or you know, like a set or something. I said, and I always tell them, you're better off buying, say, 3 or 4, or say 5 or 6 really good quality pastels or pencils, or just without going into the set, especially when you're starting, right? And then say, for example, a good quality paper. For me, it's Pastelmat, but for others, enjoy other ones, that's fine. And I know that it's expensive. So I would buy a sheet, maybe half a sheet, okay? And sacrifice a portion of it so you can see how you apply pastels and how it all works. I always say that, because you know, obviously it would be good for them to buy a whole heap, but that's not nice, particularly when I know what I'm doing and I know what I'm saying. Of course we want to sell things, but I want our customers, or whoever it is at the time, and for you all, when you're purchasing things, you know, to have a nice experience. That's what I'm saying. Heidi, hello. Okay. Bridget says, I'm going to Germany in June, might stock up on materials, maybe short trip to Amsterdam. Oh, isn't it nice to be able to go, oh yes, you know, let's pop over to France. It's only going to take me a couple of hours. Let's pop over to Spain. It's only going to take me a couple of hours. In Australia, it's always 20-something hours to travel to Europe, to the UK. It takes us bloody forever. So it would be nice. Chandra says, it's literally, there you go. Chandra says, it's on sale, $17 here, size 30 by 24 centimeters. That is cheap. That's the pad we're talking about, isn't it? Yes. Oh, yes, that's cheap. Buy it. Buy 2 if you can. And it doesn't really matter if it's the old cover or the new cover. It's still the same paper. They're not going to change what they do. But you know, if that's what manufacturers do, they like to change it up and make you feel like that you're getting a new type of a product. But it hasn't changed, only the cover has changed. Okay, I find it cheapest to buy 50 by 70, yes, and cut down to the size, yes. There's a lot of people that do that, Heidi. And it's probably a very good way to do that, yes. Okay, now I can see, you probably can't see, but I can see, oh, sorry, gosh, sorry. I can see the lines, so there are where her jewelry is. Okay, sorry. No, I was just reading the yeah. I'm having so much fun with this. So I wonder, apart from the people that have already attacked the inspirations, is there anyone else attacking this? Okay, you're traveling to Europe to buy paper would definitely increase the price just a little. But I sure like the idea of doing that. Oh yes, going to Europe. Oh, so lucky. You people up there in the Northern Hemisphere, so close to each other. And you'd have to know a few languages, wouldn't you? Because I know, Chandra, you know a few languages, don't you? I know that you know Dutch, of course. You know German, English. So there's how many, like there's a few people here that know quite a few languages. Okay, what do the difference between 1, 2, 3 stand for on the pads of Pastelmat? Good question, Lisa. That is just them labeling the paper, because in pad number 1 there are 4 different kinds of colors. Pad number 2, it's another set of colors. Pad number 3, and I think pad number 3 for memory is white. And that's all it is. All it is, it's them naming that. Well, how are they going to name it to distinguish? Yeah, because each of those pads have got 4 different colors, except for 2. One, there is white, which is not pad number 3, and I think there's another one where it's got just anthracite. Oh, hang on, here, it's handy here. Just so happens, here we go. So pad number 2 has white, sienna, brown, anthracite. Just so happens. There we go. Yeah. Yes, and the cover has changed. This is the old cover. They've got a new cover now. But, you know, I just stocked up. Every time I could get my hands on it, I did. Hang on, here's another one. Oops. Hang on. Ooh. Here's another one. There we go. That's pad number 5. Pad number 5 has dark green, light green, dark blue. Yeah, and I think that's the only way, is they're distinguishing the type of paper. Really. Yeah. Okay. Is that what you mean? Is that what you mean? Did I get it right? Oh, okay, Chandri. Dutch, German, English, and French. Oh, the French. Oh, wow. How nice is it to know all of those languages? Okay. Okay, Nanette says, I cut my sheets down and then I mount them on boards. Much cheaper than Pastelmat board. Okay, yes, I know Pastelmat board is expensive. Sneak says, Chrissy, do you find someone to take over? Yes, I have. No problem. All good. All good, Deb. No worries. Let me see. I noticed Cult Pen's price on watercolor paper is cheaper. And see, Cult Pens, they only buy, I mean, they specialize just in pencils, don't they? Yeah. But they sell paper now? I haven't looked. Okay, Lisa, okay. Okay, Anne, she's, oh, okay, you're working on one of them. I did post, okay. There's one, yeah. Okay, John says, Dear Chrissy, I can see why you're enjoying this painting. Oh, look, thank you so much, John. You're very kind. Okay, normally, okay, Lisa says, normally I buy the large sheet, okay. Bridget says, right, I was wrong with the pound. They are all 170 pounds. Hi, Wendy. Hello. Nice to see you here. Chrissy with her library of paper. Yes, I have a lot. Hope you're well. Okay. Let me see. Don't get me started. Okay. Yeah, well, there we go. Yes, so Xrissart? What's Xrissart? Had a sale on Pastelmat sheets, but I waited an hour and then it was all sold. Yeah, see, not quick enough, Cherry. Not quick enough. Okay, all right, so. Okay, I think I have enough here now. I have enough. I think now I might have to start changing my brush. Maybe not. I don't want to go too detailed just yet. Cherry, hello. Cherry lives in New Zealand. You're ahead of us in time. So what time is it there for you? It must be, you're about 3 hours ahead of us. I'm on the east side of Australia, so definitely it's probably nearly close to lunchtime, maybe. Oh, hi, MD. You need tea. Do you need tea, cups of coffee, and music? Ah, yes. I hope all is well with you. I remember you from your YouTube comments, I believe. Yes, so nice of you to be here. I try to remember as many people as I can. Sometimes it's hard. I forget who I am half the time. Oh dear. Let me see. What else can I tell you about that's... Oh, I have made a purchase and I will show you. And I know this is all pastel, but now I certainly don't need any watercolors. Let me just put it out there right now. But I have been eyeing out these Schminker watercolors. Like, I don't need them. I've already got a pan of 48 and a pan of, I think, 24. But I don't have all the colors. Look what I've got. You know how Daniel Smith have got a dot card, but this is Schminker's one. And hopefully for the people who live in Germany or speak German that I'm saying it correctly. Heidi and Chandri. All right, so just thought I'd show you this because this is the purchase that I was making, that I made. And I thought I would swatch it one day. And again, this is really, really cool because it tells you the light fastness, the opacity. Yes. And for those who don't know, and for those who are also watercolor artists, Schminker. Now, they don't pay me to say this. I'm just telling you. Okay, please don't go mad with me. Schminker have introduced all of these granulating, like super granulating colors, and it reminds me of Daniel Smith. You know, the genuine colors where you'll see a couple of colors through some. So I'm going to definitely have a crack at showing you these, but I just thought I'd mention that. And oh, hang on, and okay, I definitely don't need another sketchbook. Okay, I definitely don't need another sketchbook, but I've this one, Paint On Mixed Media, 250 grams. This is 19 centimeters by 19, or for those imperial, 7.5 inches by 7.5 inches. It is specifically made for mixed media people, and it has a soft cover, and it's sort of, you know, that velvety soft one that, sorry, hang on, something fell. Hang on a sec. It's the one that that Strathmore have. Strathmore have this soft cover. It's very much like that. And of course, this is by Clairefontaine, and it has a really nice. I don't know how you would use that. Oh, you'd probably do that. That's probably what you would do. It's a bit fancy, isn't it? So for all of those mixed media people, and of course this one opens flat. You know, sometimes like you've got sketchbooks that don't open flat. This opens flat. So I'm going to have a go at this. So yeah, this is like a sketchbook. I don't know, like how many sketchbooks must one have? I've got like 50 million of them. Please, please don't go there. Don't be telling me off, okay? Open it. Yes. I opened it, yep. Okay, you had been, okay. If that chart was mine, I'd have to buy two, one for swatching and one to keep pristine. I know. It's, oh yeah, I know. Yes. And, yeah, they're, because, yeah, I think that's one way to, then you do your swatch and then you go, well, then you know which colours to buy, don't you? I think that's a really good idea. Okay. Okay. You keep on experimenting with sketchbooks too. Well, it'd be good if I can get to it. That's the thing. A new puppy. Oh no, I don't have a new puppy. Oh no, maybe not me. Sorry, okay. Just bought a couple of packs of Staedtler Norris Aquarelle 24s. Lovely watercolours, not too bad. Dry either. Chrissy has 50 million and one. That's right. It's always 50 million. It's always 50 million. Okay. I'm going dark here because I need to do that before I go really light. So I don't want to jump the gun. I can still see some of my lines through that. You don't have any sketchbooks, Hi. Remember, we had this conversation. Remember the sketchbook conversation? Okay, if I'm truly sketching, I just use printer paper. I know. Remember those nice little paintings that you said that you were going to do? Yep. Oh, here's me. What am I saying? Oh my gosh. I've got so many things that I've got to finish. Okay, so it's not funny. Only because we were talking about it. All right, so I'm just mixing here. Just mixing. You do have books, Cheryl. Don't use them really. Story of my life. That's why I find people use sketchbooks more like a mini completed art books. Yes, and I know Abigail is very good at. You've got a nice little collection of sketchbooks that you've completed. And isn't it? And Angie, and I know that you've got one too, which you're in the middle of doing. But isn't it nice to be able to look back? I think that's what it is. To look back. Okay, now I've just picked up my little brush. I just want to put some lines in before I lose my map. Really, this is all I'm doing at the moment. Nothing so detailed. Oh my gosh, can you hear my birds again? Yep. So I'm not doing, this is not a detail thing that I'm doing. What I'm doing is just outlining before I lose my lines, because I'm just going to keep on building up with pastel. Yeah. What's this? I used up 15 sketchbooks at the same time. Like, that's incredible. And I know that you show us too. You show us. Janice says, Chrissy, sorry, I have to go now. Bye. Okay. All right, Janice. Thank you so much for joining in. Okay. Chrissy, your card is full. Oh, that's all right. That's okay. Your card is full. Your card is full. Yes, yes. Okay. No, that's all right. There's a lot of artwork on that card at the moment, so I wasn't sure when it was going to finish. I knew it was time. Yeah, I always record. Okay. So this doesn't look like anything at the moment. You know how it is. I just need to put some of these lines in. Yeah. So I suppose up there in the Northern Hemisphere, it's probably starting to be really nice weather. Lucky things. Although you'd laugh at me when I say it's 16 and it's cold for me, and it's probably not cold for you guys, so this is in the morning, so it'll probably get to about, I don't know, maybe 20, I don't know, 21. I don't know what it's expected to, but it's quite early at the moment. So as you can see, this is all quite rough at the moment. It's because she's got a lot going on here. The weather in Atlanta is perfect right now. Oh, wonderful, lucky. I suppose by this time you're sick and tired of cold weather, isn't it? Yeah. Okay, love your detailed drawings, paintings with the brushes. Have not seen anyone else doing it like you. Yeah, well, it's something, well, it's some, yeah, I don't know how to answer that. Yes, I've been doing this for a very long time like this. We have a big snowfall coming on Sunday with warmer temperature of -3. Oh my gosh, Bridget, I would be so... Everything that sticks out of my body would be freezing if I was there with you right now. But anyway, going back to this, there is a technique with the brushes. I have been doing it for, I don't know, some people here would know better than me sometimes, but a really good handful of years anyway. I can't put a number on it. Certainly more than 5. But a really good handful of years. The weather in the Caribbean is beautiful. You're in the UK, John. What are you doing? Are you in the Caribbean? Okay, it's 16 here right at the moment. It was 20 earlier. We're all happy it's warm. Yes, hiding. Going back to your question, or your comment. Yes, I have been doing it for a handful of years, but I've developed a technique with it, and this brush technique doesn't work on every surface, so I've got to really tell you that much. It works really well on Pastelmat, thankfully, and really well on UArt. That would be it. So if you've got like Mitant, probably not. Color Fix, probably not, because I've tested them. And I've done videos where I have tested different papers with this technique. So years ago. So we've established that this technique only really is best on this surface. But then you've got to find the right type of brush, okay? And we call it the snap. So when you flick bristles, it's got to snap. So, and it doesn't have to be like, this is a makeup brush, and it only just happens to be that the bristles are that have the right snap. But it could be anything. Like I've used, this is a synthetic watercolor brush. Let me see, what else? You know, I have all kinds of brushes that do all kinds of things, and I modify the brushes. So, and many times you would see me modifying the brushes. When I say modifying the brushes, I have been using scissors, and I also use these nail clippers. Now they're not for my nails, okay? This is specifically for the brushes, and the reason why I like this is because I can do one snap, like a really, instead of just going a scissor motion, I'll just go like that. Yeah, and of course this is not an expensive brush. I don't know, I don't think I spent a lot of money on it, and I certainly wouldn't be doing this on my very good watercolor brushes. Hang on, that's light. I've got to remember what I've picked up. See, this is what happens when I trying to remember what I've picked up. Okay, you live way up north in the Yukon territory. Oh wow, that would be cold most of the time, wouldn't it, Bridget? Has to be. I've watched documentaries on the Yukon. That's very cold there, isn't it? But you would be experiencing lovely snow there. Hi Kathy, hello, nice to see you. Nice to see you here. Okay, you've been up there at the Yukon on a polar bear watch. Oh wow. It certainly would be cold there. Yeah, I wouldn't survive, hey. I'm too delicate, you would think. Look, I'm not even good when it's cold here, let alone... Do you know what I mean? Okay. See, and going back to your statement too, Bridget, or your comment, the brushes give me a lot of control. And it's only because I'm a type painter that I like this technique. If I wanted to paint loose, definitely I would be using these soft tools. Definitely. I mean, I've used, again, this is a makeup brush that I specifically use for pastels, and it's one where smoothing out some lovely edges, right? And again, you know, and it's like I should put a disclaimer saying, you know, PanPastels are supposed to be, they're designed for low dust, okay? What I'm doing here is not low dust. I might as well be painting with soft pastel sticks. And so if you're particularly sensitive to pastel dust, then probably I would wear a mask if you're sensitive. This technique also, the pans, brushes, and with the soft tools, right? For people that feel a bit funny with touching pastel, it is not as messy, okay? There's another point. And of course, you mix. Now, PanPastels don't pay me to say any of this. They don't even pay me to use their pans or talk about their pans, but it's just the technique that I like to use with the brushes with this. Heidi says, Chrissy, sorry I have to go. The lady is progressing well and looks good. Thank you so much for popping in to say hello, Heidi. We'll talk again soon, I'm sure. Bye. Okay, Cheryl says, yeah, love the cold. Lived in Scotland for 6.5 years. Snow cold, not damp. Oh, okay. What does snow cold mean? Is that like as in dry snow? Is that what that means? Snow's there in New Zealand. You've got beautiful mountains. Okay. Oh, so Bridget, you don't have a long summer, from what I gather. Yeah. Dry, yes, okay, dry and crisp, okay. Cherry says, we bought a trampoline for my granddaughter at Christmas, but it still hasn't been put up as the garden grass is still too... Oh, that's right, because it'd be cold there. Yeah, you wouldn't want to, hey? Okay, I will define these lines. Okay, no, it's very short with long cold winters. Yeah. I think it would be nice. Actually, it would look very romantic. Just like a whole heap of snow. Everything is quiet. You know, you probably have a fire going. It's only because I'm not used to it, but I definitely think that I could probably get used to having, yeah, if the snow was, yeah, crisp like what you're saying, Cheryl. Yep, crisp and dry, that would be nice, hey? So as you can see, now this brush here, and I show you all the time. Look at that. That was an angular brush, 1/8 of an inch angular brush, and I just went, I just cut it. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, John says, love Scotland. I've got so many memories of the Highlands, especially the Isle of Skye. Oh, can you please tell me where the Isle of Skye is? Is it the only thing I hate about snow is driving. It really scares me, having no control. Yeah, look, I would probably agree with you there. That's even like in the wet weather, hey? Like even when it rains, I get a bit scared as well. But snow would be really bad because you have no control. You have too many, MD. You have many worlds inside you. Why just the real? I need to see more of the world. Yes, I think we all want to do that. I would love to be able to see more of the world. There's so many nice places to visit. Here we go. I know, Nanette, that you want to see these lovely pastels, but it'll have to be towards the end. There's so much glitter. Might spoil the painting to begin with. Yes. Here we go. All right. I wasn't sure which way to go. The headdress, go that way or go down this way. I think I'm saving the best till last. I think all of this bit here is something I just really looking forward to getting into, but I thought I'd better just, yeah. Do you do that at all? Like, do you save the best till last, or how do you work sometimes? And I suppose it varies on project to project, but do you save the best till last, or it's a bit like eating when you have dinner or lunch or something and you're saving the best bit till last? Are you like that at all? Okay. Oh, thank you, AMD. Thank you very much. Appreciate your kind words. You'll have to join our Facebook group, and you'll be able, if you really wanted to do this, you know, mind you, all of the images that I give you are all royalty free. So this one is from Pixabay. So all you've got to do is search for it. If you don't want to join our Facebook group, that's okay. But I've got this one from Pixabay. You know what? Pixabay has become really good. You know, it has so many good references for all kinds of artists and stuff like that. I don't know. Where do you go looking for references sometimes? I know that there are so many. Unsplashed, Creative Commons, there's Paint My Photo. With Paint My Photo, you credit the photographer. What else is there? But you can use it. They're royalty free. Pixabay. What other places? This looks very monochromatic. She's beautiful. Yes. Yes. Although monochrome is probably one color, as in mono one. But I felt that it started off like that, but then I felt that I needed just a little bit more. So it's only really two kinds of colours that I'm using with the darks and the lights, and that's the burnt sienna group and the red iron oxide group, because I think there's a bit of warmth. If I just did one, I wanted some warmth with her. Yeah, so that's why I decided to go that way. But yes, very close. Okay, sometime I work in drawing like a child. Yeah, look, we all, when I was a little girl, I used to love drawing. Like when I was a little girl, I used to love drawing. And it all started from there. You know, I've always been able to draw, but, and then, you know, life gets in the way and paint and stuff like that. And I ended up not painting for a very long time until I got back into it in my later years. And that's a long story there as well. Okay. I know that those lines are there, so I'll go into detail later. I'm just going to work on, because I want to put down some pastel. So let me just go ahead and do that as well. Definitely red iron oxide here. And as you can see, I've used the other side of the brush because I want to put down pastel down very quickly. Okay, just type in, yeah, free pictures of what you're after. Many links come up, absolutely. My preference are Pixabay, Unsplash, Pastels, Paint My Photo. Why take your own photos when you have these great resources? Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah. Yes, neo-expressionism. I saw your post, Ange, and I thought, oh wow, I love all of that stuff. That's very Salvatore Dali, by the way. Can I just tell you that? He has some strange things like that. Oh yeah. Yes, absolutely too, Cheryl. Yeah, there are so many. Yeah, love taking photos. Yep. See, I mean, I'm not a really good photographer. You know, sometimes like I get confused with how to use it and all the dials, and because I know we've got some experienced photographers here. We've got Chandri, we've got Abigail that's here, that likes to take photos, and you know, good shots too. And there's a lot of our other friends, a lot of our friends who who are photographers that aren't here in the chat. So yeah. Yes, very. We're very fortunate to have some really fantastic photographers in the group that share their photos with us. And see, that's another thing with Share Your Art with Xrissart. You know, it's another art form, isn't it? Most definite. Okay, Louise DeMarcy just watercolored a black cockatoo. Oh wow, I don't know who this lady is. Is she obviously a watercolor artist by the sounds of it? Yes, those black cockatoos. That's right, because I just finished one in pastel. Or we did that on Patreon, so didn't we? Cheryl. Sorry, Cherry, I beg your pardon. the group asked for bird. And I go, what kind of bird would you like to paint? They go, any bird. I said, all right, let me find one. See, this is the difference when you use that side and this side. So it's all learning experience. Yeah. Here we go. See, there's dust. So just for those people who are wondering, I don't know, Chrissy, this one's got a lot of dust when you do it like that. I go, well, yep, there is. So I'm just warning you. This is something that's light. Looks like it's part of her jewelry here. I recently finished a pastel painting from my own landscape photo. Haven't put up yet as entered in an art show. Yes. Well, I hope you do well in that art show then, Kathy. You'll have to tell us. It would be a very proud moment, specifically when you're when you've taken your own photo as well. Oh, this lady. Okay, she's an Aussie. Okay, she's an Aussie. You haven't met? No. Hang on. I'm going to have to write this down so I can look her up. There are so many out there. What was her name? I'm just trying to get her name. There it is, Louise Damasi. And she's Aussie. Okay, watercolor. Black cockatoo. All right, I've written it down. I'll check it out. Yes. So as you can see, look how stubborn this is, all right? So I don't think it's all going to happen very quickly when you put it down, okay? It's all about building. You know, I always say it, but I think I always need to say it because some people may miss what I've said. Do you know what I mean? So that's the only reason why I say it over and over again. Sound like a broken record. Yep. Okay, tell me what looks like when some spark inside you tell you to paint some things and you don't know how, but you will do it. Okay, let me see. And a lot of people can answer this question, AMD. Tell me how, when you get, and I think what you mean is, how do you get inspired to paint some things? You don't know how, but you will do it. I think in general terms, I'm thinking that what inspires or each of us to paint. I can only talk about myself at the moment, and sometimes, you know, I could be looking at an image, or sometimes I'll think of, there might be an idea that's in my head. I don't know how the ideas come to my head, but they do. And sometimes I'll go looking for a reference that would look like what I'm thinking, or sometimes I will look at references, like I've got this idea in my head and then I'll go out looking for references, and it might be that I like that person's hand, or I like that person's face, or I like that tree, or I like that animal. And then I put it together like a jigsaw puzzle, and I come up with a reference which I think is pretty close to what I'm thinking. And then when I put it on paper, when I'm painting, then sometimes it starts to change a little bit, you know what I mean? So, but not all ideas are like that, but it's quite normal for me to work like that. So I don't know how everyone else is. Cherry says, I just go for it and learn as I go along. Way to go, baby. Kathy says, I nearly always pick something difficult, but love the reference and change a few things to suit my style. See, there you go. See, everyone has a different way. Cheryl says, just trust the process and go for it. There you go. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Definite. Definite. So, yeah. So everyone is a bit different. This is her shoulder. I need to start covering this, so need to put as much pastel down as quickly as I can now, and just build layers. Again, I'm going for darks at the moment. There's nothing really fancy going on at the moment. Yeah. Okay. Horsewoman says, Australian birds and animals are inspiration. Oh, yes. We have some really cool wildlife here. Scary sometimes. Scary wildlife. But yeah. And all in my backyard. Oh, dear. But yes, no, I have a lot of birds here. Now that I said that, they've all gone quiet. But generally, there's quite a few birds floating around here. Okay, we're all pretty much go for it. That's right, Sneaks. It's how you grow your skill set. They aren't always going to work out, and that's okay. I decided to paint a seahorse one time, and he ended up being played. Yeah. There you go. And John says, from my own experience, it's all in the challenge and to work out the process to get the final picture. There you go. Look, see, everyone has a really wonderful way of trying to figure it all out. Just go for it. Exactly what you're saying. Just go for it. Definitely. Yep. Played? What's played? Oh gosh, what does that mean? What does it mean? Played? End up being played. I'm sorry. My ignorance, I'm so sorry. So there you go. You've always wanted a white cockatoo, but birds are too messy and need too much attention. A white cockatoo, we have like 50 million of them here. They come in and they're very, very naughty. They're very naughty, and I know that they look beautiful, especially the sulfur crested ones, you know, the ones that have got the yellow on the top. They are beautiful. I will not argue with that, but they are very destructive birds. Perhaps maybe some of the Aussies here might, Kathy, you might agree on that. Farmers would probably hate it because they would then just eat the fruit from your tree. Definitely, but they're beautiful. Think kilts, Chrissy. Oh, plaid. Oh, okay, now I know. Okay, now I know what you mean. As in tartan? Like checks in fabric? Oh, okay. Yes. Oh my gosh. Oh, jeez. I know. You know, you gotta excuse me sometimes. Like, sometimes it's okay. The penny drops eventually. Yes, I know what plaid is now. I wasn't sure. Okay. Yes, the checks. The checks, you know? Yes, I do get it. I do get it. Yeah. So yeah, we do get cockatoos here. Oh yes. And they've been eating our, not eating, but they just poke your lemon. Like, we've got a lemon tree and it just pokes the lemon tree. So bad. Yeah, birds love to crush pearls too. Really? Oh, I suppose. Never thought of it quite like that. But probably. So this part's her shoulder, this part is her, I don't know, necklace, which you can't see just yet. It's all going to build. I'm going to build it. If she builds it, she will come. If I build it, she will come. How about that? Oh, that's stupid. So sorry. I'm being silly. I'm being silly. Okay, you have to go now. Oh, hang on a sec. You have to go now. I'm happy to enter your world. It's family, and thanks because you're talking. Oh, no worries. You are always welcome. We hope for you to join us again soon, AMD. Yeah, Kathy says, yes, cockatoos are a nuisance to farmers. They shred everything in their path. We had one growing up and he always talked to our dog who was very confused. Because that's right, they talk. They talk. Yes, they do. If you teach them, they will. But yes, they are a nuisance. Okay, friends have two big birds and they got loose and chewed up jewelry. And Cheryl said, so are keys. Keys here in New Zealand. Okay. All right. Well, you know by that reaction that I'm not quite sure what keys are, but they're not Kiwis, are they? It's not the Kiwis. You're not talking about the Kiwis. Because they're gorgeous too. Okay, new drawing of a bell, a dragon, and a fairy. And question mark. Will be started. Excellent. Yes. Very good. And make sure that you share. Okay, you've got to share with us. Cheryl. I might change it up a little bit here. I'm not sure yet. I'll see how I go. Okay, no, Chrissy, another New Zealand bird. G. Yes, Chrissy, I will. Okay, love. Key. Okay, I'm going to look that up. Just have to write it down so I'll remember. Again, I'm going to write this one. I'm not familiar with, key, New Zealand bird. I'm not good at remembering all the birds, I suppose. Oh, well, I suppose because it's not here in Australia. Keys are one of my favourite birds. So smart. Oh my gosh, I have to look this up. I will look this up. All right. Looks like I've got quite a bit done. Slowly but surely working on her. All very blotchy here, but coming along. All right, okay, key is green with red armpits. And naughty. Okay. All right. I think this is it for today. It's finishing time. Again, so much to do. I'm really enjoying this. Okay. Kathy says, I helped a female king parrot the other day. She flew into my window and was dazed. Oh my gosh. Wouldn't those be wing pits? Oh, I'm going to have to check what this key is. It's probably something very, very beautiful. Maybe I should paint that as well. I don't know. But anyway. All right. Well, look, thank you all so much for joining. Really appreciate it. Thank you for your time, and thank you for all the new people that have popped in. You are very welcome. I hope you have a lovely weekend and a lovely, enjoyable week. And we'll talk again soon, and I'll see you all again sometime. Bye for now, everyone, and thank you all for watching. Bye for now.